Hey you guys, today we're making this 3D-ish phone with parallax effect. It can be done with pretty much any background, any phone color, and almost any kind of image or screenshot. You'll need Elementor Pro, phone mockup, and an actual app screenshot. No Photoshop or any other software is required because we'll use a free web-based tool to prepare our assets. And in case you need a phone mockup, chances are you'll find something you like at TemplateMaster.com, where I actually got the one I'm using in this video. So that's it, let's start with the assets. We'll use the free online tool called Photopea. It's super easy to use because it's so similar to Photoshop, but of course you're free to use any other tool. So let's drop the PSD file with the mockups we downloaded here, delete all the extra stuff like shadows and reflections, and delete the screen container. Now let's change the dimensions and the size of our mockup. It means that I need to change the canvas size. I'll go for the following values, and in your case they might be different, but it's important that you memorize the aspect ratio because our screenshot will need to have the same ratio. And change the color of the placeholder to white. And if you're wondering why we need the white background and couldn't just export the mockup with transparent screen, here's why. We'll have a closer look at how it works later in the video. If you have a gray or almost white phone mockup or a phone of any other color, also set placeholder color to white. We're done with the mockup, make sure it has no background and save it as PNG. When saving, I can even pick a bit smaller image size, it won't hurt because we don't need the mockup to be super sharp unlike the screenshot. Now the image is saved, let's bring our screenshot in the same project file. You can edit your screenshot in a separate tab, but remember that you need to preserve the same aspect ratio. Scale it up a bit so the contents are closer to the edges and save it as JPEG or PNG. Well, here we go, we got our assets prepared, now the simple part is left, putting it all together in the Elementor editor. I'll jump to my page and create a new section. I put some content on the left just for the context, adjust the height of the section and set the vertical align inside the column to middle. Now it's time to bring in the phone. I'll drop an intersection here and delete the second column so it looks just like that. Why? Because this way we'll be able to create multiple layers of motion effects for our object. I know this is not the best practice to use a lot of intersections across your page because it makes the page structure more complex, but if you do it once, it won't ruin your site. So there we have our container for the phone, and to add the mockup, I'll go to the intersection settings, background overlay, bring in the phone PNG and bring up the opacity. Set the following values for the position and repeat, and for the size select contain. Now we'll add our screenshot. Go to the background tab, upload your image, by the way make sure you optimize images on your site and set it as the section background. Now it's there, but the mockup is covering it. To fix that, go back to background overlay and set the blend mode to multiply. Now all the areas of the mockup that are completely white become transparent. Now we'll adjust the background image properties the following way, just like we did with the mockup, but the size option we need to pick is not contain, but custom. This way we can tweak the size of the image so it fits perfectly inside the phone frame. Now add in the motion effects to the background image. We're still in the settings of the intersection background image, and let's enable the mouse track and change the speed to 0.6. This is what we've got. Now you could think, well, let's add motion effects to the intersection to make the entire phone move, but we don't have this option here. But there is a workaround. Go to the settings of the parent column, advanced settings, motion effects, and enable mouse effects. Turn on the mouse track, change the direction to direct and bring the spin down a little bit. Next, 3D tilt. Leave it on direct and set the speed to around 2. There it is, you've got your fake 3D phone effect. Play around with the values and figure out what works best for you. The process is completely the same for any other background and for phones of other colors. And if your phone mockup is of a different shape and you can see the screenshot edges peeking out, just adjust the screenshot size so it fits inside the phone frame. Well, that is it. That's how you create this effect with Elementor Pro and motion effects. If you like the video, a thumbs up and some nice comments are appreciated. Subscribe and leave a request if you want more tutorials like this one, and if you ever need something to speed up your creative process, there is TemplateMaster.com with hundreds of WordPress themes for Elementor and other design assets like fonts, illustrations, and more, and even a collection of Elementor WordPress themes for your app. And I thank you for watching, hope you liked the video, see you in another one.